Dejar de. Dejar de means to stop doing something. So if you want to say in Spanish, stop doing something, certain thing, you can use dejar de. Dejar de. Dejar is a verb. Dejar, this one right here, is a verb and it means quite a few things. It means primarily to leave behind or even to allow or to let and other things. But we're going to focus on the phrase dejar de, dejar de. So if you want to use this phrase, you need to know the conjugation of the Spanish verb, obviously, dejar, dejar. De means from or off. We're not talking about anything literal here. I just wanted to let you know that dejar is a verb and de is the second word that you need in this phrase. That doesn't change at all. De doesn't change at all. So you need to keep that in mind. Dejar de can be used for habits, routines, or emotional shifts. Specifically when you want to stop doing certain things like certain habit or certain routine or even an emotional shift. Let's look at some examples and let's see how dejar de works in Spanish. The first example is deja de hablar con la boca llena. Deja de hablar con la boca llena. What does this mean? This means stop talking with your mouth full. So this is a very, very simple sentence that shows you how to use dejar de. Okay? So you can use dejar de if you want to, someone to stop doing something. So it's just as basic as that. So let's see how the sentence works. Let's see what each word means. Deja, deja, tú deja. Deja is a command. Deja de means stop doing something. So we need to add more to this phrase, of course. And it's very, very easy. You can use the phrase dejar de and then add an infinitive. So it's a verb without conjugation. So in this situation, we have hablar. Hablar. This is the verb in the infinitive form. Hablar, hablar. So it's not conjugated. So deja de hablar means stop talking. Stop talking just by itself. You can even say this. It's a little rude to say to someone deja de hablar because that means stop talking, which it can be a bit aggressive. It sounds a bit aggressive, but it's good to know what everything means, right? What every word means in Spanish, especially you who want to learn Spanish. Deja de hablar, stop talking. So we have the phrase deja de, and then we have the action, which is a verb in the infinitive form, hablar. Deja de hablar. Con means with. La, that means the, okay? But in English, we have your. So essentially, you're saying stop talking with the mouth full, okay? But in Spanish, it's common to say that, stop doing something, especially when talking about parts of the body. You usually say la boca, la cabeza, las piernas. For example, if something hurts, you can say me duele el brazo. My arm hurts. Even though you're saying the arm hurts, it's a common thing to do in Spanish when referring to parts of the body. Okay, so that's why we're not saying your in Spanish. That's tu boca llena. It's understandable. You can say it, but it's not a common thing to do. Okay, so la is better in this situation. So let's move on. Boca. Boca means mouth. Llena. Llena. Full. Deja de hablar con la boca llena. Stop talking with your mouth full. We're saying llena and not lleno because llena is an adjective, and when having a noun, you need to pay attention to the gender of the noun, and boca is feminine. So that's why you need feminine adjectives. So llena is the feminine adjective. Now, let's move on. Let's look at the next example. The next example is: Los vecinos dejaron de hacer ruido. Los vecinos dejaron de hacer ruido. Do you know where dejar de is? Dejar de, dejar de is right over here. Okay, of course, dejar is conjugated, right? So keep that in mind. You need to know the conjugation of this verb, but it can be quite tricky, but it's not difficult to do. Now, what does this mean? This means the neighbors stopped making noise. That can be quite annoying for sure. Let's break this down. Los vecinos. The los is a definite article, plural and masculine, and it means the. Okay. Why is it plural and masculine? Because the noun is masculine and plural, or plural and masculine. Los vecinos. Vecinos is a noun, as I said before, and that means neighbors. Okay? Dejaron de. Let's include the phrase we're learning. And dejaron de, of course, means stopped. Okay? Hacer means making. Ruido, noise. You're probably wondering, why aren't we using the gerund here? Right here and right here. That's because that's in English. That's how English works. We can say stop talking, stop making, stop studying, stop eating, and so on. In Spanish, we don't have the gerund. This is the gerund, okay? This is the gerund right here. We don't have the gerund. We have the infinitive form, or just the infinitive. Why? Because Spanish and English are different languages and they have different grammatical rules, okay? So remember, translating word by word from English into Spanish, sometimes that doesn't work. So just keep that in mind. You need to remember this. So ruido means, as I said before, noise. Hacer is a verb and it means to do or to make. So remember that. Dejar de is a very useful phrasal verb that means to stop doing something. Okay? Share some examples using dejar de. Thanks for watching. Gracias por ver este video. Nos vemos a la próxima. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. I want to give a big shout out to our Cafecito members: Christopher Michael, Ruby Brockenberry, Brianna L, Michael Lee, Regulation D, Hanko Juan, Christine Mache, Washti Bader, Formula Air, JSE, Alan K, Diane McLaurin, James Torma, and Sherry Davis. If you want to support this channel and buy me a cup of coffee, please check out the Cafecito membership by clicking on the join button down below. Muchas gracias.